Good morning, everyone. As we said, my name is Davide. I joined many years ago the World Bank Group, actually 13 years ago. I had long, blonde, curly hair, and this is what happens after almost 14 years. I'm not implying that you're going to go through the same, but just to give you a sense. So a little bit about myself, and probably this will also give you an idea of what the World Bank Group is all about. As I said, I joined about 14 years ago in Washington. I spent the first 4 years in Washington as an HR generalist. Then I moved to South Africa as the head of HR for Africa and Western Europe. I was there for 5 years and I came back with 2 more children. I was in Washington then for 4 years, and as of July 1, 2013, I've been based in Hong Kong, and I'm going to be based there for the foreseeable future, I guess. I don't know what's next. This is just to say that the World Bank Group is really a truly global organization. I joined on the IFC side of the house, and I will be talking about that a little bit later, which is the private sector branch of the World Bank Group. I'm very technologically challenged, so I hope I'm going to get this. Okay, what's the goal of the World Bank Group? It's pretty simple. We have 2 overarching goals as of today and as of, I guess, over the last couple of years. Right? One is to eradicate poverty, and the other one is to increase shared prosperity. Just to give an idea, and to me this is always very, very enlightening, there is a whopping number up there, right? 1.2 billion people live with less than $1.25 a day. Our ambition is to bring down the percentage of people, the global population, which is in that category, which currently is 18% to 3%. It's a staggering goal. It's a very ambitious goal, and obviously we need the work of all the multinational or multilateral organizations to achieve that one. We're all sister organizations here. We're all trying to achieve the same goal. I will skip this one. Just like my other colleagues, a couple of numbers to indicate where we are and what we're doing. There are about 16,000 people working for the World Bank Group in the different organizations. We are spread over 160 country offices for both IBRD and IFC. Obviously, there is a large number of staff in Washington. IFC has more people outside Washington than in Washington, and the World Bank or IBRD has more people, slightly more people in Washington than in the field offices. There are about 170 nationalities. I'm Italian, as probably you can tell from my accent. There aren't many of us, by the way, in the World Bank Group. Okay, these are the organizations that constitute the World Bank Group. As I was saying, IBRD is the so-called World Bank. It's targeting middle-income countries. Then we have IDA, which is targeting the lower-income countries. IFC and MIGA are more focused on the private sector. And MIGA with a special focus on insurance policies. These are our shareholders that more or less resemble also the ones of the other organization. The biggest shareholder of the World Bank is the US. We also housed, like some of the other sister organizations, in Washington, D.C. The second one is Japan, China, Germany, France, UK, Russia, and Saudi Arabia. We are owned by 188 countries. We have a board of governors and a residing board of directors, so the board. It's one of the very few organizations with a residing board of directors. We have a president, as you know, President Kim is from South Korea, and then management and staff. This is how we are distributing our staff. As I was saying, I'm based in Hong Kong, and I cover that 34% of our staff. Sub-Saharan African, so what Africa in any case has the largest percentage of staff in one single region, and then EAP, so us EAP. Okay, this slide is meant to just highlight at the macro level our new organization, and the reason why I'm saying our new organization is that as of July 1, the World Bank Group was reorganized, and now we are defined by what we call global practices, so which are 14, okay? And these are the sectors that are outlined in the upper part of the slide. And then we also have 5 cross-cutting solutions. The reason why we are now organized in this way is that, as someone was saying before, I think what is making the difference, what is in a way going to make or break, and what is going to help us meet our goals and targets, is actually the ability of transferring knowledge, right? Unlike before, and we were organized by regional vice presidencies, basically by regions, we are now organized by knowledge sectors. So, and the ambition that we have is to be able to transfer the knowledge that we have within the World Bank Group, right, with these 16,000 people, from region to region through these buckets, you know, which range from financial markets to agriculture and so on and so forth. And the cross-cutting solutions are supposed to distribute evenly the knowledge across the whole globe. IBRD, so the World Bank has a portfolio as of last year of $31.5 billion, and you can, I hope you can read, okay, which is spread evenly across different sectors, ranging from public administration and law to communication. IFC last year, I'm sorry, I hope IFC has a slightly smaller portfolio. Again, IFC is focusing on the private sector. It's about $18 billion, ranging from trade finance to financial markets, infrastructure, down to mining. You know, and this is again not only for Asia. This is for all regions across the globe. A couple of areas of focus, just like the other organizations, a little bit fragile states. And unfortunately, there are way too many in the world. Public and private partnership, we all know that actually possibly most of the growth down the road is going to come from the private sector. However, there are areas where the coordination and cooperation between public and private sector is essential actually to deliver to all our clients. And to gender, someone else also talked about that. I mean, we find that more and more it's going to be important to provide access to opportunities to everyone. And climate change, you know, or sustainability, you know, as we said before. And this one, it goes also beyond, in any case, climate. What we are looking for, I mean, there are different, and we're going to go through the different profiles, the different recruitment activities that we have going on in the organization at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But if I were to summarize in a word, you know, what we are typically looking for is the profile of what we call an integrator, someone who is able to provide the breadth and the depth of expertise in any of the technical streams that I was highlighting before, right? Ranging from agriculture to trade and competitiveness, financial markets, trade finance. I will go through the different requirements that we have in order to join the World Bank Group. But just as we were saying, just as my colleagues were saying before, we also have a few paths, you know, basically a few entry points into the World Bank Group. One is basically our flagship programs, which are 2. You know, one is the YPP, the Young Professionals at IBRD, or the GTT program at IFC, where you need basically to have an MBA or a PhD and a certain numbers of years of experience. The other one is obviously also the internship, and we have different models in IBRD and in IFC. And the third one is obviously applying also to all our vacancies. Because of the changes in the organization over the last 12 months, we have not grown as much as before, but the intent obviously now that we have in place the new organization is potentially to further expand to meet the needs of the people we are supposed to cover around the world. The next slides, I would prefer to go through all of them a little bit later in the afternoon. Thank you very much.